Emotional damage. You want some therapy?
All right, Sydney, let's see what you got. I actually really don't want to see what you got. Gandalf, this is not about you. Oh my God. Oh wait, pulse. Oh, I'm already feeling it, Mr. Krabs. Another time? Oh my God. That's some sick shit.
Please
Subscribe.
For the love of God!
I just want to vent for like a second that does anyone else who's on a weight loss journey relate to the fact that it is so freaking annoying on day one to like get all those like data points that you need? Like, I'm a big proponent of multiple data points because the scale is a filthy little liar very often. But when you have a smart scale like the Mofo Scan Nova Body Comp Analyzer, you know, she's Gucci. But I still like multiple data points for me personally because I have body dysmorphia. I swear at my biggest, I didn't feel that big, and at my smallest, I feel just as big as I did at my biggest. Make it make sense. But the big reason that I don't really care for doing it is because I really am not a fan of getting those multiple data points. It just takes time. It's first thing in the morning. I'm tired. I don't feel like doing this. And like having the smart scale does save time, but like I still have to keep up with those before and after pictures as well as my measurements. But one of the ways I make it easier to take my measurements is by using the Renpho Smart Tape Measure. Haha, I got you. I'm so sorry. I feel like the old way that I used to take my measurements looked like an infomercial in the before version. I'd be wrestling with that stupid tape measure to get it around my meaty arm or my fatty leg, only to realize it wasn't looped perfectly or perfectly taut. Then, after I managed to get the number, I'd either have to stop to write it down, or I'd jot it down on my phone, or I'd memorize the number before moving on to the next body part. It was the most annoying thing, and I kid you not, it would take like 10 minutes on top of everything else I have to get done in the morning. And that's just not what you want when you're getting these things first thing in the morning. Like, look at me. I'm not even awake. But that is a thing of the past with the Renpho Smart Tape Measure. All you have to do is put the tape in body circumference mode, measure the part of your body that you wish to track, and it sends your stats directly to the Renpho app. I feel like I don't talk about the Renpho app enough either because it is truly the one-stop shop for all things Renpho. If you have their smart scale, you can use their app. If you have their food scale, use their app. And yes, if you have the smart tape measure, it uses the same app. Not only does it use the same app, but it also supports multiple user profiles, so anyone in your house can use this tape measure and keep up with their own numbers as well. It not only keeps up with your current numbers, but you can tinker with it to compare your numbers from before and after, which is definitely something you guys will be seeing when I do this again in a month and get my after measurements. I also feel like you don't even have to be on a weight loss journey to love using the smart tape measure either. This is perfect when you want to have your measurements on hand for ordering clothes online or for getting something tailored. It takes your measurements in inches or centimeters for all you non-Americans out there. I can't relate, but I kind of wish I did. It's lightweight and portable, so you can carry it with you wherever you might need it. It is honestly the perfect device for taking body measurements. So if you're interested in Renpho's Smart Tape Measure, check out my link in the description and in the pinned comment below. And thank you so much to Renpho for sponsoring this video. Look at me. I need some coffee. And also my groceries are coming. I swear they always come at the least convenient time, but that's first world problems. Let's go get our coffee. greetings. We have groceries. We have coffee. We have determination. We are in our workouts onesie. Onesie. This is not a onesie. This is clearly 2 pieces, matey. Get with it. I need this coffee. If anyone has any recommendations for cloth headbands that do not stick, because I'm tired of looking at my flyaways, but like this will be good for like an hour at best. So don't be surprised if later in the vlog you see it's not on me because it slowly just slipped up my head. I got basically an entire case of Nuri protein drinks from the local Buy Nothing group because apparently they tried it and they didn't like it. I've tried Nuri before. It's fine. It's a little watery, but like she'll do. She's okay. But I have been seeing people on the social media make Nuri coffee. I actually made one day 1 of vacation and, you know, went to the airport with coffee and determination. And it was fine. I am glad I added the vanilla sweetener syrup stuff, the sugar-free vanilla syrup. However, this time I did add a packet of Sweet and Low, and I do think it's better. I want more coffee flavor, so I don't know if that means like, oh no, I have to add more espresso. Oh, the humanity. But it's fine. It'll do. Drinking like protein coffee sometimes gives me a stomach ache, so I don't do it often, but like I did just get back from vacation yesterday, and usually after I've been calling them maintenance days, but it's vacation. Like they're cheat days at that point. There ain't no maintaining. We gained weight. So I'm usually like just full and bloated. So this is going to do the trick, and I will probably eat like a little breakfast for lunch later, but I'm not even remotely hungry. Full transparency, I also had my shot last night. Now, I do get my GLP-1 from Gobi Meds, and while this video is not sponsored by Gobi Meds, I do have to let you guys know that I have a link down below. That's my link. You can get $25 off of your first order with their GLP-1. Seriously, it is doing wonders. I'm going to talk to you guys more about that in a future video, but like I feel like there's a lot going on today, so yeah. But regardless, we have coffee, we have determination. We probably have some other things, but I also got my grocery order, as you can see. So I thought we'd do a little grocery haul. So I'm gonna move you guys a little closer, I think. Is that better? I don't know. The first thing we have is milk. This is for Henry. It's 0% milk, which as Ron Swanson would say, that is you know, water that's lying about being milk. But you know, we don't like to drink our calories. I don't drink a ton of milk, but when I do, I drink Fairlife. Although apparently like Fairlife like recently got hacked or something, like Coca-Cola, who makes Fairlife, got hacked. So we might not be getting Fairlife in the future. I'm so glad I bought the protein shakes when they were on sale, because I have a July store and an August store. So that's awesome. We also have our cottage cheese. It's like Fairlife in that it uses like ultra filtered skim milk that has more protein. The reason I have 2 tubs, one of these is for a recipe, one of these is just for daily use. We have sliced provolone cheese for a smashed chicken tacos recipe. We have a pound of ground beef for, what the heck is this for? Oh, actually, it's for the same thing as the cottage cheese thing. It's like a protein pasta thing. I'm actually going to be showing you guys all of these recipes in a future video. We're going to be doing like a weigh-in, what I eat in a day, but for like a week straight until I lose my vacation weight type of video. But that's not this video. Now, due to the poop virus, pre-bagged salad is apparently not the way to go, which is funny because this is literally like salad in a bag. So due to the claustrophobia, clicophoria, euphoria, whatever the hell it's called, I am a huge pre-bagged salad girly. I don't want to have to prep freaking salad. And also, like, how is this better than the pre-bagged salad? I don't know, but I read that it was. I also read that you can like take the outer leaves off, and you know, you're less likely to get an exposure. I will wash this, but I swear every time I see someone like making a recipe and they're like, don't worry guys, I washed my produce, people are like, well, that doesn't prevent it. That doesn't actually, it helps, but like it doesn't fully prevent it. And it's like, okay, I guess I'll stop eating fruits and vegetables then. So very frustrating. I'm just saying, ice cream would never do me this dirty. Some raspberries, which are also like, I could get the poop virus from them too, but I like my berries, guys. Some carrots for a healthy side. Also, speaking of the poop disease virus, whatever the hell it's called, I've heard like getting produce that you can actually peel can be very helpful. And then, so we do peel our carrots. We peel that outer skin stuff. So that's helpful for preventing it. I keep talking about the poop virus. I'm so sorry. Pre-shredded carrots, I actually have no idea if this is like higher risk, but it's for my salads. It's in front of my salad. Asparagus as a healthy side. Zucchini and squash, I did not order 2 of these, so whatever. The Sara Lee 45 calorie bread. I like these because A, low calorie bread, and B, it does have 2 grams of fiber per slice. It's not bad. Henry's Lewis Bread Company sourdough bread. This is pretty good. It's not like a traditional sourdough, I will say, but it toasts up like a sourdough. So, and it's less calories. It's 70 calories. Whereas I feel like sourdough is delicious, but they're like, that's going to run you 130 calories per slice, big dog. Hank's Baby Oatmeal. Canned goods for future recipes. We've got beans, Rotel, name a more iconic duo. Actually, I'm sure there's several, but they'll be going in the recipe together. I'm gonna do like a Mexican street corn type of side, but like try to make it healthier. It's just gonna be corn with cotija and tahini. Crushed tomatoes, same recipe. It's gonna be like a, I don't know, like a cheesy chicken taco rice thing. Same thing for this tomato sauce. Again, this is all gonna be in a future video, but I'm like trying to entice you to watch that future video. Tomatoes for my salad. Banana, because it's peelable. I need lemon and lime juice, so lemon and lime juice. Frozen chopped onion for a pinch. I have been using fresh because it's just more affordable, but just sometimes you need this in a pinch. And ground chicken for the smashed chicken tacos that I mentioned earlier. Okay, we are going to put all this stuff away and probably get our lives together, maybe, in theory.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight,
No!
hold tight, dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you.
Okay, I just want to give you guys a quick hot tip. So, and I know I'm interrupting a montage. I hate doing this to my editing self, but it is what it is. So I have 2 containers for big utensils, cooking utensils. I've got this green guy and I've got this nice fancy wooden guy. The wooden guy is closer to the stove and it is for things that I need to grab and go usually pretty often. I need them more frequently than I need the green container. So, a metal spatula, a spoon, some rubber cooking utensils. These are very helpful, like for eggs and things. A spatula, usually a bigger spatula with holes. Sometimes, I don't know, it just depends on what you have. A whisk, like all kinds of things. So, you heard it here first. Have one of these near your stove. It makes cooking go so much quicker than when you're scrambling. You're like, oh my God, my onions are burning and I can't find the spatula I want. Yeah, you heard it here first. I don't know what this camera angle is, but it occurs to me we are like partway through the vlog and I have not even introduced myself. So, hi, my name is Maddie and I am on a journey of weight loss and financial wellness after last year when I had a baby. I've got my water here. I've got my protein coffee here. Does protein shakes give anybody else like a stomach ache? Like, I want so bad to like them. The only one that doesn't give me a stomach ache is Fairlife. And Fairlife costs like about the price of someone's mortgage. Not my mortgage, because I rent, but someone's mortgage. I do want to give you guys some full transparency as to what today's video is going to be. Inevitably, you clicked on this because you want to see me work out. And rest assured, we're going to work out. What is this? This is the reason why we're going to work out. But actually, what do you guys, I mean, I know this isn't like the most aesthetic angle, but what do you guys think about my little outfit? I posted this on my Instagram stories and someone was like, oh, it's giving Ariel from The Little Mermaid. And like, I can't unsee it. Like, isn't she cute? We are here because, you know, we're going to work out, right? Obviously. However, for these accountability vlogs, I also just like to vlog. I like to show you guys what I'm up to, tell you guys what I'm doing. And in part because it's fun. I like vlogging. I like catching up with you all. But in part because usually when I post a regular vlog, it doesn't do well. But when I wrap it up in like working out, it surprisingly does better. And if you feel like you've been had, then don't blame me, baby girl. Blame the algorithm. So you might be like, Maddie, what the hell is this mess all around you? We just got back from vacation. I go back to work tomorrow. However, we sent our son off to daycare today. I did some light cleaning last night. As you guys saw, I did a little bit of cleaning today. We're just trying to get our house back in order, do vacation laundry, things like that. And one of the things that I really wanted to get done while my son is not here is decluttering his toys. I'm a big declutter person. I try to do a really big declutter once a year, usually posted here on YouTube. However, lately I have been trying to be better about keeping up with things before they get out of control. So maybe there won't be a big declutter next year. And you know, kids' birthday parties, so much fun, so good, such good vibes. However, the issue is you get like, you know, a bunch of toys because that's what everyone brings. So because my son is 1 year old, oh my God, because my son is 1 year old, you know, he can't like protest me donating his stuff. Like he doesn't care. And so I will be doing that because we must. Jesus, how do you shed so much? So I'm going to be donating his stuff. I already have an ongoing pile of things that I'm going to donate, possibly sell, but mostly donate in my living room. And I want to get it out of here. Oh my God. So we are going to continue to add to said pile and get rid of some like duplicate toys and things. Oh my God, you dingus. One thing that we're not donating anything we really got for his first birthday. I'm also not going to go through all the toys individually. I feel like you guys don't care about that, and rightfully so. So I'll show you guys my pile at the end, and, you know, let's just get into it. I am going to show y'all one toy for funsies for anybody that has young children. I do know I have a subscriber named Immunity Berry who has a young child. If your baby is crawling or scooting, buddy, not right against the mic. If your baby is crawling and scooting and doing all kinds of things, I don't know if your baby will be like mine. A rainbow stack toy. I got this for $5 off Facebook Marketplace. Did I think it was made of wood foolishly? Yes, it's made of plastic. They make the nice wood ones, but the plastic one does just as well. I don't know what it is. My son still plays with it. It's one of the toys, like he will literally, if it's out of reach, he'll be like, give it to me. But it used to be on site with this toy. He would scoot his way all the way across the living room when he hated scooting to get to this toy. It really helped him be mobile. So quit sniffing my mic. They'll hear you. Okay, I've been talking for way too long, so let's get some decluttering done.
Dripping lights paint the skies. Only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move.
All right, so this pile of things on the floor, as well as some stuff in this chair, and some things against the wall, are what we are going to be donating. If you were somebody that gifted me anything, like this was definitely gifted. Where the heck is it? This thing was gifted. Thank you so much. Little man really enjoyed them. As you can see, this one literally has like a little dip from, hey girl, hey, from where he would like play with it and kind of throw it around. Thank you so much, though. It really did bring us so much joy, especially little man, and I want it to bring someone else joy. I do have trouble letting go of things that are gifted because I'm like, no, they gave that to me out of love. But then, you know, like I said, I realize I'm like, I'm not loving it anymore. Someone else can love it. So that's why I like donating, honestly. It just makes me feel better. I'm very proud to say that I have a little donate folder. I moved it to my computer because I cleared out space in my phone. And I have like 200 things that I've donated. And then sometimes I donate things in groups. Like I'm definitely not donating these things individually. I'll group them like teethers. You know, so I've donated well over 200 things over the last few years. I know you might be like, maybe stop like accumulating things. I can't help it, okay? And sometimes, like I said, these things are gifts. But I am going to be cataloging these things for donation and or selling. And then maybe I should eat a little breakfast. I'm getting kind of hungry. I think that's what we'll do. We'll get some breakfast, might chit-chat a little more, and then I guess we'll work out. I guess we will give Sydney Cummings a chance. Do we have to? I think we do. I don't like these headbands. It makes it look like I have a 5 head. All right. While I digest and continue to put off working out, although after this I'm going to do it, I'm going to work out, I wanted to tell you guys what I have been reading lately. And what I have been reading lately, well, what I just finished, is a book called The Sword of Kaigen. I have a lot of feelings. So I heard about The Sword of Kaigen. I had it recommended to me by actually Obese to Beast. He has a book channel. He has a book Instagram, but he recommended it and I was like, sure. But I really struggle with giving a review of a longer book because I don't want to give any spoilers, like any major spoilers. But a longer book, that's obviously a lot harder. My typical rule of thumb for like a simple book is like, I will essentially read you guys what the back flap is, and then I will try to only go about 10% into the book. So, let us read the back flap. So, I have my phone right here. This is what's on Amazon. And please forgive my mispronunciation of anything. I'm really sorry. On a mountainside at the edge of the Kaigenese Empire lives the most powerful warriors in the world, superhumans capable of raising the sea and wielding blades of ice. For hundreds of years, the fighters of the peninsula held the Empire's enemies at bay, earning their frozen spit of land the name The Sword of Kaigen. So it's named for the peninsula. I thought when I read it, like, oh, it's going to be about a really cool sword. There is a really cool sword called the Whispering Blade, but that's not what it is. The peninsula points out toward the enemies, so it's nicknamed the Sword of Kaigen. Born into the legendary Matsuda family, 14-year-old Mamoru has always known his purpose, to master his family's fighting techniques and defend the homeland. But when an outsider arrives and pulls back the curtain on Kaigen's alleged age of peace, Mamoru realizes that he might not have had much time to become the fighter that he was bred to be. Worse, the empire he was bred to defend may stand on a foundation of lies. Miyazaki told herself that she left the passions of her youth behind when she married into the Matsuda house. Determined to be a good housewife and mother, she hid away her sword along with everything her days as a fighter in a faraway country. But with her growing son asking questions about the outside world, the threat of an impending invasion looming across the sea, and her frigid husband grating on her nerves, Miyazaki finds the fighter in her clawing its way back to the surface. When the winds of war reach the peninsula, will the Matsuda family have the strength to defend their empire, or will they tear each other apart before the true enemies even reach their shores? Holy crap. It's hard to talk about how this book impacted me without getting into spoilers. From jump, Miyazaki's perspective was like, It was chef's kiss. I loved it. I'm so glad I read it after becoming a mother, because that's a big part of her journey. Is she used to essentially be a warrior, and we get into her past pretty early on, and she isn't that anymore. She's a mother. She raises sons. And it's interesting because she like has this perception of herself that she's like, "Ugh, I'm just a mother." Yet some of her friends are actually like not jealous of her, but basically like they're like, "You've bred, beautiful boys, and like, we've had daughters and this and that," or whatever. So in their eyes, Miyazaki's actually killing it as a wife and as a mother. And in Miyazaki's eyes, she's actually not very good at it. She's okay at it. Probably my one sticking point that I didn't really care for is that you get her perspective and she's immediately saying like, "I'm not a good mother. I have zero attachment to my children." Like maybe if I reread it, I wouldn't feel like it comes off that way, but that is how it came off. Like she was saying she really didn't have much of an attachment to her children, but then very quickly you realize that's not the case at all. She loves her children very much. And so I loved Miyazaki. I thought she was amazing. Her perspective on what it's like to become a mother when you were somebody before was really fascinating to me. Her friends and like the sisterhood she has with her friends like messed me up at multiple points. Just female empowerment, female friendship. The book is written by a woman. M.L. Wang is her name, and she does do the thing that I hate to invoke J.K. Rowling's name, where like I legit assumed it was a man. And then I realized, I was like, wait a minute, am I falling for marketing? Turns out I was. M.L. Wang also wrote the Blood Over Brighthaven, which I have not read, and it is now on my list to read. It's incredible. Mamoru is amazing. They really drive home the idea of like being someone who's naive, who really believes in something. He believed in his country a great deal, and what it must be like to have that rocked and have that completely confronted and turned on its head. The writing was really great. The pacing was interesting, but I did not dislike it. The pacing was basically like, it almost felt like the big climactic moments actually happened in the middle, and then the rest of the book was kind of the fallout of that. But there is a big climactic moment at the end. It's really fascinating. It is a standalone novel, but it's also considered a prequel to like the Theonite, and maybe I'm saying that right, books. Unfortunately, M.L. Wang, I ended up diving deep and looking at her blog and stuff. She ended up not finishing them. She just didn't feel like she had a good enough story. I'm not really sure why. She says as much, but I'm drawing a blank. But she didn't feel like she could like do it justice, and so she didn't finish it. So I will not be reading them because I don't like reading things that are unfinished. It really bothers me when I'm waiting and then they never finish it. Looking at you, George R.R. Martin. Regardless, The Sword of Kaigen was incredible. It was devastating. Parts of it kept me awake at night. Parts of it made me cry. So freaking good. And I am going to tell you guys this purely because they basically say it on the back flap, but there is a war that starts in the books, and probably like the strongest part of the books for me was the book for me was showing the devastation that came after. I feel like very often in fantasy books, there's like, oh, there's a war, people died, people are sad, it's hard. I don't often get the devastation. I don't feel the devastation of like what a war really means when I'm reading a fantasy book. And sometimes that's for the best because that's heavy, but like this hit me like a ton of bricks. I've only given one book 5 stars in 2026. However, The Sword of Kaigen is 100% a 5-star read, and it is my current favorite book of 2026, and I don't see a book surpassing it. It is incredible. It is so good. It's about 600 pages, so if you want to read it, go right ahead. It is on Kindle Unlimited. That is how I read it. I totally downloaded a bunch of books from Kindle Unlimited during a free trial and then turned my Kindle on airplane mode.
That's some unoriginal ratchet shit right there. But at least you know how to have fun.
So that's how I read it. It's incredible. Truly. 10 out of 10. And I only rate to 5. So that's saying something. I need to write up my Goodreads review. I actually only finished it a couple days ago. Incredible. So good. I cannot say enough good things. I've been talking for like 8.5 minutes, so I'm so sorry about that. My bad. This is normally the part where I tell you guys what I'm reading next. I did start a book, but I'm not sure if it's what I want to read next. I am currently reading something else as of editing this. I'm going to put a little picture there. But yeah. Okay, with that, I'm sorry for rambling so long. It was just incredible, and I wanted to do it justice. But now it is time to work out. I am dragging ass today. I really want to do some pre-workout. It sounds like drugs. I really want to take some pre-workout, but I don't like to do that on day one of a challenge because I want to give you guys like my full, honest review of how it feels for Maddie, not Maddie powered up like Wonder Woman on pre-workout, but I do really like pre-workout. Aura is a very good brand, obviously not sponsored, but Aura is a really good brand. I have a code. I am that person. I am an influencer now, I guess. But I do have a code in my description if you're interested because like pre-workout really does, it gets the job done. I quite like it. Okay, Jesus Christ, I've been talking for like 10 minutes. I'm going to take a minute, drink some water, get set up, and we are going to work out with Sydney Cummings. Y'all pray for me. Pray for my body. Pray for my soul. All right, Sydney, let's see what you got. I actually really don't want to see what you got. Gandalf, this is not about you. I like 15 seconds rest, although why is she shimmying? My rest is laying on the floor like a potato, questioning my life choices. My God, she is so energetic. I feel like that scenario, would you rather fight one horse-sized Sydney or 10 Sydney-sized horses? And like there could be 100 of me trying to fight her and I would not be able to win because she is like a beast. Can't relate. I don't want to jump anymore, Sydney. I don't like jumping. No, my water isn't here. I will say I feel it in my knees. Probably means I need tennis shoes. But listen, I'm lazy. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I don't want to do it a third time. I didn't even want to do it the first time. Oh my God. This headband's become a sweatband. Get these glasses off of me. Why is it called suitcases? Is it because I want to pack up and leave? Oh my God. I don't need an advanced option. Oh my God, she said we're only halfway done. How is that possible? Ugh. My heart rate's at 140 right now.
Ooh, who you fighting? Oh, what is that?
Oh God. I can feel my heart pounding against the carpet. Oh God. My heart rate's coming down since I've been sitting down, but 3-month streak, wow, that's exciting. Okay, holy crap. Average heart rate 141, I believe it. Spent most of the time in zone 3, which is reasonable. Sometime in zone 4, I believe it. Gandalf, please. 3-month streak, yeah baby. He thinks it's about him, y'all. God, I feel like I look sickly. I gotta ditch this thing. Oh my God. I will say, she was very motivating. In fact, she was highly motivating. Like, holy crap. I'm impressed. What a power player. What a power mover. I don't know. A few things for those who have never worked out with Sydney Cummings Houdyshell. Why I want to say Houdyshell every time, I don't know. She appears, at least in this first video, she does do circuits, which means you do the same set of workouts a few times, and then that's circuit 1. 3 rounds of the same sets of workouts, and then circuit 1, and you do different ones in each circuit. I don't mind that. That's kind of like what Jillian Michaels does. It was brutal, honestly and truly. Whew, my God, my head kind of hurts. It was brutal. I'm impressed though. She is rocking it. She does talk the whole time too. That's something that apparently a lot of people don't like. I don't mind. Like, even if I'm at the point where I'm like overstimulated, like, I'm blocking her out anyway. I'm pretty sure I'm hearing the sound of my own blood circulating in my head and maybe some white noise. And I think my arm has gone numb. Maybe I shouldn't joke about that, but that's how it feels in the moment. I'm kind of tired of this. I'm going to be honest. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it in all its glory. It looks like it's alive. It's alive. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to stop jiggling my arm fat now. But we are going to close out this vliggity vlog later tonight. I'm going to share with you guys my numbers. I'm going to just kind of take a shower in the meantime and question my life choices. Deuces.
6.5 hours later.
All right, welcome to the outro. Apologies for filming in my bed, but I'm just tired, y'all. I'm so tired. I don't know what's wrong with me. I guess, well, first of all, I took my shot last night, but I've been kind of go today, honestly. But we are here for the outro. And this is where we share our numbers. So I did just come back from vacation. We were gone for 5 days. And the last time I weighed in on the channel was immediately following the bike riding challenge. There were a few days of a difference in between there and vacation. I did not start a new challenge because, like, why? But I weighed in at the end of the week, and I'll kind of cover that actually in another video. Like, I'm going to have like a vacation bounce back type of video. But regardless, this morning when I stepped on the scale, I weighed like 221 point something. And is it bad that I was like, yeah, that's fine. That's about what I expected. Here's the thing. When you like eat out a lot and you go from eating low calorie to eating a bunch of calories, like, you just kind of at first. But a lot of the weight comes off quickly. So I'm not too worried about it. But that is where we're starting. I thought about giving it a few days, but I'm just very much like a strike while the iron's hot girly. And I think that's the best approach. I think it's the best to like not wait until circumstances are completely perfect. Sometimes the most important thing to do is to start. So I'm also going to show my measurements via the Renpho app with their smart tape measure. Real talk, really excited to have that in my arsenal because as someone who does take measurements every single month, I cannot be bothered with that infomercial-ish any longer. Something else that I'm going to try to remember to do, but it's really hard. For some reason, as soon as I'm like, let me try to track another metric, it just falls out of my head and I completely forget about it. But I'm going to try to like keep it inside and in mind. But basically, when Henry and I went on vacation, we went to Walmart, and Henry is a South Carolina Gamecocks fan, and I will root for them in solidarity, just, you know, when they're not playing against my team. My team is LSU. So they had a shirt for $10, and it was a men's small, and it was the last one they had, and it looked big enough, so I got it. Well, guess what? This body is by Biscuit, and I looked like a busted can of biscuits when I put it on. Do I expect it to look so much better by the end of this month? Absolutely not. I do not. However, I don't know. I hope it looks better, and I plan to just kind of keep putting it on, you know, maybe throughout the rest of the year or something, basically, hopefully until it fits. It's not so tight. I have no hope that it won't fit, but yeah, that'll be another metric we'll track. But that is it. If you've watched all the way through to the end, thank you so much. Thank you guys for supporting me and everything. Sorry again that I'm just kind of, I'm just tired, but I'm here. I am ready. I already feel a little bit sore, specifically in my quads, but you know what? I'm here to do the damn thing, and do the damn thing I shall. Thank you so much to Renpho for sponsoring this video. If you are interested in your own smart tape measure, then check out the link in my description and in the pinned comment below. Real talk, I think it is amazing. That is all I've got for you guys today. I will see you in the next video. It'll probably be the vacation bounce back video. Bye. Bye.